Regarding Gachagua, let me mention names even if I don't like it. When regarding Gachagua was impeached, I thought it's a big blow to William Ruto. But the opposite is true. That Gachagua's impeachment is a big blow to the opposition.
Yes. No, speaker time.
Let me tell you why it's a big blow. Yes. I was on this podium. And I want to say thank you very much to our Wanabunge for keeping the spirit up in the air. That is what Bunge stands for. Now, ever since uchaguzi malizike, I think this is my third time here. There was a time we ruled and conquered this podium, but it's now time for other people to do the same. It was not my intention actually to come here this time. But on my way to where I was going, I was watching the CS for Finance, Mr. John Bad. And that got me very angry. And I decided that I should come here and share my thoughts with the Kenyan people. Since independence, there are things that are happening in this country that had never happened before. As we are talking, the government sold 15% of its shares in Safaricom. Safaricom usually has, the government usually owns 35% of Safaricom. Today, they have sold 15. Chenye kimenikazirisha is not the sale of the shares. Wale ambao muko kwa sako hapa, I hope you will understand me. That at the end of every year, you are given dividends depending with the shares that you have in the SACCO. Kwa mara ya kwanza kabisa tangu tupate uhuru, serikali imefuliza shares. Wamechukua dividends zenye wangechukua in the next 10 years. Atukai chini uone kama hii mwaka huanga anapewa, mwaka moja huwa anapewa 2,500 in terms of dividends. Uende kwa sako useme nipatie dividends ya miaka 15. Ufulize shares worth 40 billion. Wamebaki na 20%. The government has been getting 18 billion in terms of dividends every year from Safaricom. Today, they have remained with 20. They will be getting around 11 billion. The question is, why do you fuliza the dividends? Now, tukiuliza for how long will the 40 billion be sasa commensurate to the number of dividends? The CS was tongue-tied. In my absence from this podium, I have been paying a lot of attention to what is going on here. And it saddens me that we have departed from the issue-based politics we used to play on this podium. We have degenerated into sloganeering. And let me tell you, fellow Kenyans, I don't know if you know what is at stake. I wish you understood even a fraction of what is the problem of the Kenyan people. It is very democratically right for you to support whichever side you are on. I agree, and I do not hold you to account on that. I left here when I was very prominent with the term one term. Na nikaangalia nikaona iko ingine imekuja town inaitwa 2 term. It is very great for us to discuss such terminologies. But ask yourself, as you support 1 term, What are you supporting?
That's true. That's true.
You know, what is in one term? What is it that is in one term that had made you attracted to that group called one term? As you shout two term, you also need to interrogate. Sisi hapa ni bunge. We are the people who are the most knowledgeable people in this country. Here we discuss complex issues with the simplicity it deserves. I want to ask you, Bunge, please maintain that standard. This is where we are all going to come from. That later on, when people are holding substantive leadership roles, they can boast that they came from Bunge la Mwananchi. We cannot degenerate into empty sloganeering. Nilienda nikajiuliza, between one term and two term, which of these two is talking about the aspirations of the Kenyan people? One term, zero. Two term, zero. And let me tell you why two term is zero, just like one term. As we speak today, the government is borrowing 1.4 trillion every year. Every year. Which is around, hata unaweza calculate per hour, uone wanakopa 2.6 million every hour. But for us to build a road of 170 kilometers, we had to use the money in NSSF. Sasa swali ni je, what are we borrowing to do? 1 trillion every year.
Surely.
So when we are talking here about two term, then you should ask yourself as a 25-year-old guy, how are you going to live through two term? How are you going to even manage your day-to-day life? There is a report that was published by Oxfam the other day that 23 million of Kenyan people cannot afford a meal in one day. The other 20% is trying to look for rent every day. Cumulatively, 70% of the Kenyan people are living below the poverty line. Na tunaambiwa we are number 6 best economy in Africa. Bwana, wacha niwaeleze. Wacha niwaeleze, because I will not be coming here often. Hello? It is not good to advertise your mediocrity. It is good, you know, some of us look very knowledgeable when we are quiet. But immediately we start to speak, we prove the opposite. We have been told repeatedly that we are the best economy in Africa, number 6. But let us look at the nitty-gritties. Let us go to a county like Mandera. Mandera gets 7 billion every year in terms of county allocation. Hello? Hello? I'm finishing. I get it that you don't like people to talk so much. Mandera County. Mandera County. In Mandera, they get 7 billion every year in terms of county allocation. Yeah? Mandera, mtu anatoka asubuhi kwenda kutafuta maji, atarudi jioni. They get 7 billion every year. The money they get to develop Mandera comes back to Isili. The money they get to develop Garissa comes back to Isili. The money they get to develop Isiolo comes back here Nikimalizia